Hey there, everyone. My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode 69, my favorite number of our Grandia 2 Anniversary Edition playthrough. So in our previous episode, we continued making our way through Cecil Reef. We made it to section number 2, and now we are ready to just continue advancing forward, hopefully reaching number 3 sooner than later, or getting back on Bacala's ship or boat, or whatever you want to call it. So let us continue making our way through, grabbing money left and right that we don't even fucking need. We are way over with money. I don't think there's really been anything that we've wanted to acquire that we've been unable to pick up. But we'll see. And oh my goodness, you guys, I'm reaching my limit on some of these audio effects and the music in general. It's so loud. It's driving me nuts. But I think we're almost done here. So it shouldn't be too much longer. And we will just follow up with another tremor. I haven't yet used any of our special or magic coins. I'm going to wait until we get close to the end here because I want to unlock more of Tio is her name. I don't know why I just spaced there. I want to unlock more of her shit. I think she has, or she needs like 2,000 special coins. I'm thinking that's about what we need. I can't remember though. Really, Frog? You fucking trollop. That's right. Get studded on. But we need roughly like 2,000, and we are not. Oh, we are there. So I guess I could sooner than later go ahead and give her the points. I have been bad, and I haven't been cutting out repeat fights. My bad, fam. But honestly, it's just because I've had so much to say, which is very odd for me. Usually, you know, I like sharing a story here or there. Ooh, a coral necklace. But I feel like between talking about hype and just how bad it tends to be for me with my being let down and my ability, plus 10 defense, poison, sleep, and confusion resistance. That's not bad. I don't think anyone needs it though. Sometimes reflects damage. I am going to keep the reflection ring on Ryudo. I think it's fine as it stands. But anyway, I feel like hype tends to lullaby staff. That's awesome. Let's give that to Elena. Hype tends to not be good, at least in general for me. I think this will be okay. What do you guys think? It'll make her a little bit faster, just because it really sets you up for a certain experience, and then if it doesn't turn out to be that experience, you just feel bad. It feels bad, man. Let me say. Okay, how do you even? I would say sometimes does sleep, right? I don't know. Maybe it's like a random effect. These things have got to stop. They have to stop. The sound effects for those, awful. So anyway, long story short, I was talking about how this game was hyped for me, and then Breath of the Wild in general was hyped. Oh, Scaly Warrior, you need to die. And I don't think this or Breath of the Wild live up to a lot of the reviews that both titles received. So I think I've learned my lesson, just period, that before I get too excited about something, I need to just play it for myself, not see a lot of reviews. But sometimes hype can be good, right? Because a game that you would have otherwise passed on, you hear that, hey, it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. And so you give it a try, and it ends up being amazeballs. Okay, I think this is where we came from, right? I'm thinking so. So let's go over here. Don't mind my terrible rhyming and singing, friends. So I think hype has its place, but in general for Nintendo games, I think people really need to fucking chill. And I don't know why this culture behind Nintendo, I would say even like Sega on the flip side, where I shouldn't say Sega in general, but specifically like Sonic games, I think people are very quick to roast Sonic games just because it's like a part of internet culture to shit on Sonic games. Because yes, a lot of them over the years, the recent years I should say, haven't been very good. But I think it's a little too ingrained now in nerd culture to just automatically, if you hear about a Sega game or a Sonic game coming out to just be like, oh, is it going to be as bad as all the other ones? And all the memes that have been generated to make fun of Sonic. And I think on the flip side, so the point of me bringing that up is, I think in general, people give Nintendo games, specifically like Zelda games, I think they overhype certain experiences. So I've always been one of those people who felt like Ocarina of Time is not as perfect as everyone acts like it is. I still think that Majora's Mask is better. But I think more recently a lot of people are kind of toning it down on Ocarina of Time. At least I haven't seen people losing their minds over it lately. Maybe people still kind of go nutso about it. I don't know. In the more recent years, I've sort of stopped reading and caring about what the internet has to say. I think people are just too toxic and too opinionated and think that they're smarter than they actually are, and it's just not worth my time. Like, honestly, whenever I'm online now, I mostly am just online to respond to people that I care about, try to have fun, because, you know, when you already have, like, a career and you have meaningful things going on in your real life, there's not as much weight put into your internet interactions. And so I've learned, like, a lot of these people that thrive on being trolls or just don't have much going on, so they're bored, you know, basically. They just have too much free time, and that tends to result in them being little shits. And I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to deal with that. I got more important things to do. And I think you guys should have more important things to do also. Like, don't worry about trolls. I see all the time. Yay, congrats, Ryudo, on your level up. I see all the time where people just feel so defeated from comments they see online, and like, yeah, it sucks sometimes, especially when it feels like people go out of their way to be dicks, but you gotta just put it in perspective and really ask yourself, is this person or their comments, well, first of all, is it true? If it's true, you know, actually reflect on what they're saying and don't worry too much about how they said it. Like, even if they said it in an asshole way, just think about what the statement was, and if their goal was to help you improve, just ignore the bullshit part of it and take it as constructive feedback, even if they meant it to be more of a criticism. So I guess then, if we're going through this, like, decision tree and how to react, if what they say is untrue, then who cares? Ignore it, block them, delete their comment, do whatever you need to do to not worry about it. But that's kind of how I start out. Like, I always ask myself, is what they're saying true? Yes? Okay. I try to give them the benefit of doubt and say that, or think, even if what they said was presented in an asshole way, they probably meant well and just don't know how to talk to people properly, or they were trying to hurt you, but they were still presenting a truth along the way. Just view it as an opportunity to grow. Woohoo! Good job, Tio. And don't dwell on their delivery, because it's probably not worth it. Mermaid harp, huh? Let's check it out. But if what they're saying is not even fucking true, I, for one, have too much going on in my real life to give a shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I guess internet trolling and internet comments have pretty much no effect on me. Like, sometimes it gets old and you get frustrated. A confusion effect might break. But I can honestly say I've never been one of those people that's, like, ever had a meltdown and rage quit like other people that I know. Just, I don't know. I feel confident in who I am and what I've accomplished, that the internet's opinion of me just honestly doesn't matter. And I try to encourage people that I talk to be the same way. Like, don't put so much stake into what anonymous people that you don't even know have to say about you. Because more than likely, if they're going out of their way to make you feel bad about who you are, it's just them projecting because they're not happy with who they are. So it's okay, even to think like, wow, this person's an asshole and I don't want to talk to them anymore. But don't take it personally. It's more of a reflection of who they are, not who you are, if they're nasty in how they talk to you. So, people go out of their way, woohoo, another seed of moves, to be trolls. And I always say, you know what, if you're going to troll someone, you might as well troll me, because it's not going to matter. And I'd rather take the brunt or take one for the team if it means someone else doesn't have to be trolled as hard. All right, quickly, let's roll lots for this seed of moves. And the winner this time, wow, it's Elena again. Girl, you taking after Ryudo and sort of cheating the system here? But yes, how did I get off on talking about trolls? Oh, just hype in general and all of that jazz. Okay, I need to figure out. All right, I came from over here. I almost don't want to fight all of these guys. And I know I told you guys I was thinking about cutting out fights. Not today, my friends, not today. I will start soon, I promise. I'm sure you're like, Rabbit, please, I can't take any more of these frogs. But now you know how I feel. But at least we're having a chance to chit-chat. You know, I never know how I want a certain Let's Plays vibe to be. So I have some that are just pure, like, diary or journal. I shouldn't even call them journal, but I think diary is the best way of describing it. Like diary Let's Play. So like Jade Cocoon's Story of the Tamamayu, not Story of the Tamamayu itself, but Jade Cocoon 2. Story of the Tamamayu is the PlayStation 1 game. I don't know why that was the first thing to come out of my mouth, because I'm talking about the PlayStation 2 game. Jade Cocoon 2 is structured very much as like, how should I say this? It's an RPG, but it's also a Monster Hunter, and either way you slice it, there's a lot of downtime. There's just so much dungeon crawling that you have a lot of time to just shoot the shit and talk. So I pretty much, throughout, I would say 90% of that Let's Play is me just talking about my life, talking about goals. Panzer Dragoon Saga was more 50-50, where there was a lot of story and plot to it, and a lot of cutscenes, but when those weren't present, I sort of went into diary or journal mode, and I just sort of talked to you guys about my life and things going on with me. This game, although I would say I feel like there's been a lot of downtime, for the most part, the downtime, I think, is met with an equal amount of story time. I don't know how to explain it. I think this game, even though there is a bit of dungeon crawling, usually the dungeon crawling doesn't take that long. So I don't think that I have been as forthcoming with more personal stories as I usually am. I don't know, it just depends on the game. And if I'm doing like a 100% walkthrough or item guide, I tend to stay away from just, you know, shooting the shit and speaking casually, because I want those to feel more like professional walkthroughs where you can just sort of pick it up, you know, search for what area you want, and then you'll see exactly how to 100% the area or how to navigate the area without dying. And this is just a blind playthrough, so I don't know, I sort of lament that I haven't been, you know, as casual and chit-chatty as I usually am, but I just feel like the opportunity hasn't really been there, and woohoo, congrats, Elena. So, you know, for what it's worth, I'm trying it out, we're seeing how it goes. And I think for the most part, it has been okay these last couple episodes, me just bumbling about and sharing things with you as we've been making our way through. Alright, I probably shouldn't have saved because I actually want to power up Tio's shit here. So let's go ahead and get a legendary attack dance. Fast dance whirl. Okay, this is again against one enemy, so we will check that out as soon as we can. And then this last spell here, a dance move that stops wind currents against all enemies. Tornado, ooh. And we still have a few special coins that we can put points into. So, I am going to go through this. I want to power up Quake Blast Chant. I'm going to also power up Magic Recover. And then let's see, what else do we want to pump up? I feel like everyone else's shit, we can do Absorb Magic. And that is it. Looks like that's a wrap for magic coins. I mean, we can see if we can level something up. Elena. I feel like I want to do more. Let's go ahead and bring Diggin up twice. Woohoo. And then we'll use our special coins to level up some shit here. How about we focus a little bit on Tio? Actually, we can go ahead and bring up a few things. And then that should be it. I don't think anyone has 200 available. Nope. Alright, well that's pretty good. So let us again save. I should have just waited and saved afterwards. But you know how it goes with me. As soon as I see a save point with how the game has crashed twice now, is it? I'm not risking anything. Oh, will we have a boss fight? They're scorpions. Ugh, they look disgusting. Well, shall we tackle them? They probably won't be too tough. Oh, or I could be wrong. Crimson Tail? I love how this music is so much calmer than that loud-ass music that we've had to listen to for like the last 30, 35, 40 minutes as we've been running around. But let's go ahead and just part ways here. You guys know that I don't like episodes to go too far past 20 minutes, and I feel like whenever there is a boss fight, it's always a toss-up. Is it just going to be like 21, 22, 23 minutes? Because that's not a big deal. But if it's like 27, 28 minutes, I don't know. I just feel bad for you guys. Like, that's too much to expect you to watch in one go. So we will go ahead and just part ways here. So thank you very much for watching, my friends. Again, I apologize that I did not cut any fights out of these last 3 episodes. I will for sure resume editing out repeat fights as we go along. I just have sort of had a lot to say, and I wanted to talk more casually with you because I feel like for the most part in this Let's Play, as I was just describing to you guys, for what it is as a blind playthrough, I don't think that I've been as chit-chatty and bantery with you as I usually like to be. So I'll try to find a balance with that and not just remark on gameplay, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm losing it and I'm slowly beginning to sleep on this story. So I will just talk to you guys about bullshit, whatever's on my mind and whatever's going on in my life. Hope that's okay. We will find a nice middle ground there for those of you who are deeply immersed in what is transpiring with the narrative itself. But thank you for watching. I am your host, Rabbit. This is my blind playthrough of Grandia 2 Anniversary Edition, and I will see you in episode 70, holler, where we will be ready to tackle these Crimson Tails together. So take care until then, my friends.